little. Nope, didn't happen.
I'm gonna get me
we're live here.
Are we live?
Yeah. No. Says we're live. 15 seconds.
Hello. If we are live.
Yeah, we're live. Well, that was interesting. Fun way to go into it.
So, hello everyone. As you can see, Lee hasn't shown up. I think Lee has some sort of dogging session at the minute. Who knows? Or it could be he's in hospital from last night's dogging session. It's hard to tell.
From the context clues, I assume dogging session is drinking.
No, dogging session is. I don't want to bring any vulgarity into this show. So anybody who wants to know that, just Google it themselves.
Dogging session.
Yeah.
All right. So Lee may have been dogging the dog. So what he got up? He needs some hair of the dog.
I think I'm just going to let people Google that themselves.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still Sean. That is Ray from Mad Crypto, the Irishman, the other Irishman. Still the Irishman, crypto Irishman.
The real one.
Yeah, he's just we had the real crypto Irishman. You got to be the technical Irishman, I guess.
Lee's mostly finished at this stage. I don't know what Irishness is left in him, really.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck dogging is, but saying is mostly finished is worse. You're fucking socialist, man.
At this stage, Lee is mostly finished. Like you live somewhere long enough. That's what you are.
It's still weird to me that all liquor stores are owned by the government in Finland. That's just odd. So anytime you want to buy booze, you have to go to your government store. So I asked him, like when Budweiser goes around and they try to get contracts, and they have this bikini girls come and they give you free swag and all that. I said, that's for a government contract? And he was like, yeah, it's weird. That is odd, man. And just, government storehouses, instead of being filled with bombs, are filled with, liquor. Yeah. Hey, Nasir. Hey, Houston. Good to see y'all here. All right. So how have you been there, Ray?
I've been good, but not a lot of trading this week. I've a few small trades this week, but not that much trading. I don't like how long this very small range is going on in Bitcoin. Usually we have there's always a range in Bitcoin, but it's very rarely this small of a range.
Yeah, it's very boring, but it seems to be on the downslide, man.
It did, and there's a weird. I'll bring it in a minute. I'll show it on the charts in a minute, but there's something happened on the CME charts that I thought would have initiated a bit more of a drop, but it hasn't happened yet on the non-CME charts, so we'll see that in a minute anyways.
Well, like you said, we're inside that little range. I keep waiting for the little 1.5% up, 2% up before I sell some crypto onto my debit card. But it's not happening every time I log in. It's 0.25% down, 0.5%, just slowly little bits down. Well, Nasir said hey to you if you're not looking at the chat, Ray.
I'm not looking at the chat. Hi, Nasir.
Okay. It's on the side of the screen there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Well, why don't you? Is there any TA anybody wanted to go over? Did you put that on your Twitter?
I didn't.
You didn't.
Well, we broadcasted it on YouTube. I thought people might expect it.
Oh my God, you're acting like Lee. Okay.
Hey, don't insult me that bad.
Yeah, dude. Hey man, did you do this? No, I'm thinking of an excuse right now. Here's one. There's my excuse. Yeah, and I hate it because I'll mess with him. I'll like give him an excuse, and then he'll be like, yeah, and I did that, and I'm like, no, man, I just made that up, dude. Fuck. Okay.
Hey, I'm here. I'm here.
You are here. All right. Why don't you go over which one to go over then the TA?
Right. Let's see. I think you have to. I've
already done it. Do you want the full screen or just the us in the corner or the side?
It's up to you. Don't mind.
I did the us in the. Oh, I got to add that to the stream.
There we go.
Jeez.
There we go.
I gotta be on top of things here, man.
Okay. If we do you want to put a full the graph full screen there for a second?
Okay, that's what I just asked you, but okay.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so here we're still between this range on Bitcoin. I'm just going to add another line there at about 11,425. That's on the Bybit chart. If you zoom in, so yesterday we were around here. Yesterday around here, we'd already got up to the top side of the little small range and bounced back down. Then went up to the very top of the small range, and we've come back down again. We see we broke on a wick basis. We have broken down through the support, but we have not closed below it on a. We have not closed below it on the 4 hour. We have broke down below it. What is weird though, on the CME chart, let's bring up the CME chart. On the CME chart here, you can see we have closed under it on a 4 hour. So this is what I'm not trading at all now till I see something more definitive. So having closed that 4 hour on the CME range is giving me some more downward bias, but it's like we closed. You can see the volume profile there on the side. We've closed below that range. So I would have thought we'd from closing below that 11,300 price, 11,000, 11,100 is the next savior. That's where we did get the bounce from the CME. But I still do think we might see 11,000 just because we've broken under there. Just get an initial bounce or off that 11,150, 11,200 range. But I want to see that 4 hour closure below that range on the regular chart as well. And if we do get that, then I think we'll get a quick move down. We'll get a quick move down to like 11,000, I believe, 11,100. Sorry, 11,100. We'll get a quick move down to if we do get the 4 hour closure below 11,250. That's come around where that green 55 exponential is, and the low side of that support range. So it's another, the top side range we have to break hasn't changed. So still, if we get closure above the 11,560 range, we're going to head back up to 11,800 again, maybe 12,000. But still, the main point, if you're on any chart other than the CME, where you get that green 55 on the 4 hour, if we get a closure below that, going back down to, say, the 11,000, 11,100 range, we have bounce off that as well. But other than the main just point to have for today is just the difference between the Bitcoin chart, the CME chart, and the non-CME charts, having already gotten that closure on the CME. So I just be because of that closure in the CME, I'd just be a lot more cautious of going long, even within the range going long. That really is it for summarize that on Bitcoin. The CMEs have closed under support. The regular non-CMEs haven't. So I'd be very careful going long, even within the range. Now, that is it for Bitcoin. Hopefully, there might be a bit different to talk on the next show. So we'll have a quick look at Ethereum. So Ethereum still operating between. Ethereum's range is actually a bigger range to play, to be fair. So Ethereum, we hit down to the 200 exponential, the 200 simple. getting a bit of a bounces back up off of them, but it is looking. Ethereum isn't looking too great. Just getting held up between the blue 200 simple on the 2-hour chart at the minute, that blue 200 simple, 200 exponential, and the white 200 simple. I'd use that as a sort of support area. If we break down below that 200 simple, which is coming in about 360, then I do think we're going to go back down to 350. It does look a bit. So you're operating between the range. Like I said, it's never, if you're at the top of the range, the bottom of the range, it's never, don't always be anticipating breakout. You're more likely getting a bounce. But I think today things are looking a bit more bearish today, just basing that off the Bitcoin CME as well. If you just look from the higher term time frames, the higher term time frame still within the range. That's not doing much. Stochastics pointing down. We got the RSI getting rejected from the bullish control zone. We'll see what the historical volatility is. It's not low enough to be concerned, but it is declining. The 12-hour, the stochastics pointing down. 10-hour stochastics pointing down. 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, that the stochastics, they're still pointing down, but they're teasing across upwards, and the RSI has got a bounce off the bearish control zone. What if we are going to see this break down again for another little shot down, maybe to the low we've already had today, that around 11,188 mark, we probably would see that RSI come up, and we'll probably see that RSI come up and hit the white moving average and get rejected again back down towards the bearish control zone. But I guess the only thing really different today is just the CME closure below the range, the short-term range. Other than that, giving us a slight bearish bias, just very slight bearish bias. But other than that, it's a lot similar to yesterday. And I think that is it for the TA. If anybody wants to look at any altcoins.
We thought we talked about crypto.com this week. Why don't you take a look at Crow? See if Crow's still it's you know what?
Looking good.
Take a look there at Crow.
That's Crow there. We'll say that on the 4. We're going to the daily. So the daily, I do think we're going to probably come down and hit that. I do think we're going to come down and hit that the 200 moving average, the blue 200 exponential on the daily chart. Even have a bit of a support coming in from price action at that point over here. I'll just enlarge that screen a bit. So I'll turn off. So we have a bit of support coming over there. Well, resistance from previous price action turned into a support now, where the blue 200 exponential moving average is at also. Plus, you have a nice little big volume node there coming from the volume profile over on the right when it loads up there. So I do think we probably right now we're at a price of 1.13638. I do think we'll head back down. I do think we'll hit that 0.127 price. Just see what sort of percentage that is. That's like a 6% move. But let's go into a smaller time frame and see what that's looking like. On the smaller time frame, just a little bit of consolidation around a little small node. If you can see it here at the side, I'm just going to see if I can brighten up those ones. 1 second. Volume. Right, it's not brightened up for me, but we have a bit of a volume node on the volume profile, but it's not looking good for. Crow. I'm just gonna change the brightness of the wicks and show you a big crazy wick here now. 1 second. can see this must have been what was it? What happened on the 20th of September? We have this big crazy wick.
There was a bit of a hack that happened.
Oh, that was that day. Sorry, yes, now I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah, that 26% just purely on the wick.
Yeah. All right. Can you look at the last 12 months and see what the overall performance is now?
And, I think the last 12 months.
I've been pushing it, and I picked it about 12 months ago.
Last 12 months is well, in terms of being the best app that's currently out there now. I think it is the best cryptocurrency app that's out there. The ease of spending, the amount of different coins you have on it, you can just switch between them, sell them so easily, and get them on the card. So it's not, they've done like 500% in the last 12 months. I don't think it's hard to see why, just being one of the first to have such an extensive app and card in the crypto space. But once the shine wears off and there's other players in the space
that's
just
what I was
like them.
That's what I was looking at, because like I said, I've been pushing this since about 18 months now. So, but it's been like one of my major picks the past year, and and now it kind of, we're going to need to go from like the TA to the FA. The past probably 3 or 4 months, I think they've changed a lot of their business model to which I don't like. No, I don't know anyone that would like it except for them. It seems like they're kind of they are the biggest, and arguably they are the best. Like you just said, right now. And I think they've really come across as like knowing that, dropping the interest rate, dropping the referral bonuses, just doing kind of. They're not taking care of their community. Number one, I'm just going to say that outright. Everyone that has got them a 500% the past year or 12, 18 months, they don't seem to care about it all. From what their actions are saying, they're not even saying like anyone that new people that come in the app are going to get that. They're not. Everyone seems to be thrown under the bus here, which was a huge surprise to me when Lee told me. And I had originally thought that there was a difference for me because I'm an American. And the EU cards took like 7 or 8 months or maybe 9 months to get approved after the United States. And then they're so separate. They're issued by different card issuer. They had that problem with their card issuer being like indicted.
The wire card. Yeah.
So I thought they're so separate that maybe he got that information. It's about the EU or the UK cards. And even then, the UK cards got approved before the EU because of breakfast. Man, I haven't had breakfast yet because of Brexit. So, and I had looked at my app 25 minutes before we went on stream. So I saw it was still $50. Actually, it's still $50 for me. So that is something that's different for Americans and Europeans. Which I believe is still $50. The last time I looked.
Want to take the graph off the screen or put it to the side?
Yeah, sure. But I thought maybe the percentage was different because of some weird banking laws or something with the EU. I think we need to go to this, right? Yeah, there we go.
We've got top of the 10s in the chart. They were in the chart, I think, a couple of days ago. They're very.
Now, see, in the U.S., man, their card has always been fine. I will tell you, the customer service is shit. 100% shit. It's acceptable before Europe got the card. I'll tell you, I don't think that they upped their customer service. If I had a problem, I could talk to someone. Lee would be going off hardcore if he was here. When they had the hack, it was about 3 days to get an answer to a question. When they had the problem with your card issuer getting hit by the regulators. Same thing, about 2-3 days. And the last time I had a problem, it was a banking issue, and I had to threaten them. And then they were like, okay, because they had this weird hybrid, like they're a crypto project, and they're not. If you have a debit card that's connected to a fucking bank, you follow the bank laws. And I went to buy a movie on Vudu, and it's spinning on the TV, and then it said took too long. So it canceled it. So then I went, but it hit, then my card notification popped up. I was charged. So I didn't want to buy it again because then there's 2 charges for the same amount. So I called Vudu the next morning, and they're like, well, the purchase never went through. We can't refund you something because we didn't get any money. And I was like, yeah, I know, that makes sense. I used to tell people that when I worked for Microsoft. And so I messaged them in the app, and I said, hey, this purchase never actually went through. And they're like, oh, it's still in pending. And I was like, yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Just wanted to get this started. So it came out of pending. I got charged. I said, okay, it's out of pending. Oh, we'll give it another 2 weeks. So at the end of 2 weeks, I'm like, hey, it's been 2 weeks. I want to buy the damn movie, and I can't, because I don't want the charges. I'm just going to buy it. You need to give me back this money. The purchase never went through. And they said, well, I'll talk to the team. Now all of a sudden we're a crypto project, and I got it. What the? No. You're a bank, man. I had a purchase that didn't go through. You can't, take the money out of my account. Where did it go?
No.
If it didn't, that's the thing. Whenever there's a problem with crypto.com, and I ask the common sense question, there's not an answer. Like my hack, the person hacked my email, and they got onto my app, but they did not have my PIN code. That's not stored anywhere except in my head, and it was crypto.com. And when I asked how did they have my PIN code to make the withdrawals, that's when, well, you must have had it. No, I didn't. I've never written it down anywhere. It's just in my head.
So I think it was possibly inside job, someone in crypto.com?
Well, originally that's what I thought. 100%. And then, because there was no emails. And then Lee said, well, what if they were in your email? What if they had access to your email and then they deleted all of them? So I restored the deleted emails and I found them. So I knew they did have access to my email. So that was, because without that, it's 100% inside job. I would have been 100%. Yeah. And then, so I understood, and then they did an investigation, and they said no, it's
Oh, so with them having access to your emails, they've been able to change your PIN?
No.
Oh.
Because you have to have the PIN to change the PIN.
Right.
Right. So, and my PIN was still the same. So that's the one thing I've never been able to answer. And they told me, screw off, we're not helping you with the hack. And I did it right after there was an update, and I went on, and the fucked up thing was, whenever, I don't know if your app is like this, but if I spend money, then it shows as a loss, or if I withdraw money, it shows as a loss. So if I take 1,000 and send it to another wallet, the next time I log in, I have it red in negative $1,000.
I think I might have that for that day, but like on in some exchanges, they'll keep your lifetime balance like that. All the money you've ever taken out.
Yeah, but it shows. It looks like Bitcoin went down, whatever. So I log in, and it had this thousands of dollars down. But I just updated the app not too long, so I was like, oh, this just, and I was like nonchalant. I messaged them and was like, hey man, there's this this screw up. You've lost all my it was like all my Bitcoin or something, and but you guys just need to fix it. And then they're like, no, you withdrew. I was like, no, that's what you think. And then they said, no, you withdrew it. And I looked, and they had sold 100,000 fucking crow. They sold all my small amounts of crypto, put it all into Bitcoin, and withdrew it. So I was mad, and then I realized that I got hacked. So I told Lee, and he was like, fucking hell. And we went round and round, and I'm just out. But my point is that the customer service was they were there though. But now, if there's a problem, it's days, and Lee keeps complaining about it. Every time he has a problem, he said it's like 3 or 4 days before he gets an answer. And we would email the team. We'd be like, hey man, no one's answering my question on this. And if we have problems with that, if we had, problems where there's days where we're not getting answers, I'm sure everyone else is going to have a lot worse.
I do get usually within a couple hours, I usually do get a response, but it's always like a bullshit response of like, here's here's a basic answer from the FAQ that vaguely resembles your question. Hope this has solved everything. If you want, and they normally close the case based off that reply.
They close it. Jeez. Well, that's the thing, man. Now you have that, but if there's any kind of problem, and they're kind of inundated with an actual issue, not a personal issue, but if they have a problem, there's no way you don't get answers for like a week. I had 2 weeks before I got an answer on something, and I was just going in like, hey, on the money thing. I was like, it's been like 10 days. What the hell's going on? So I'm messaging the team. I'm like, it's been 10 days. What the hell's going on with you guys? But then they said we're going to talk to the team, and I was like, you're a fucking bank in the United States. I said I had a purchase. It didn't go through. It's not impending. It's been over 10 business days. Give me my money back, or I'll have to go to the places in the United States where you go if your bank tries to screw you. And literally within 5 minutes, they're like, yes, we're going to refund you that money this time. But why did I have to do that? It was frustrating. And Lee's even more pissed. He's way more pissed than I am because he's not getting help about anything.
They put my screen. I'm still sharing my screen, so add my screen to the page there. There's a question in the chat about Blockcard, and I've just brought up their site. First thing you see is 6.38% rewards on all purchases. I've heard of these. I haven't looked at them too much. Just now that I've just seen the website, I'll probably have a dedicated video on these coming out soon. I haven't done that at all yet. I've just thought to do that right now. But just seeing 6.38% rewards on all purchases, that's a large reward. So like in anybody who's currently using crypto.com, there's like the different tiered rewards, and if you've just a basic free card, the rewards are shit.
No, I don't think there's any rewards, are there? No, it's like 1%.
Some shitty cash back.
Yeah.
I use crypto.com card all the time, and you get more rewards, I guess, than your regular bank. But in terms of, it's still quite shit. But if this is for all members, if this is 6.38% for all members, even if they, like you said, they probably won't run this forever. It's a thing to build up popularity. But 6.38% is huge. If you're getting
that's more than double. That's more than double if you have a Jade or a Ruby card, man. Which costs it's like $3,000 that you got to stake in order to get that. And that's another thing I was looking at. I have enough to get the icy white card, which is it's 100,000 crow. I was going to stake it if I could still get the 16%, but I think even that is being dropped to the lower interest rate.
This is very interesting. I'm gonna have to do actually. I'm just because when this up first. See this? Do you know how in crypto.com, if you want to spend on your card, you have to convert it to sell it into your fiat wallet and your card wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And one very annoying thing about crypto.com is when you upload to your card wallet, you can't put it back into your fiat wallet, and you can't buy crypto on the app again.
Yeah, you can't. That is a weird. But that's why I thought it's completely separate, because it's a bank. That's why I thought I have a problem. I have a bank problem. It's going to be a bank answer quick, and it wasn't. But there's this I'd heard of, but I hadn't looked at. Like you said, it looks pretty good. But Binance is coming out as a specific competitor to Crypto.com. So I'm sure they're going to do like text, carbon copy, and try to up it a little bit. I don't know if they're going to get 6%, because to get 6%, I think you literally have to stake like $20,000 or $50,000.
But even I want to look into actually who is behind these guys, because at some point, it's a simple truth of it. At some point, one of the like one of the current, like all of these, like crypto.com, it's a company, they create the company and then they piggyback off a real bank somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
When one of the actual real banks does create their own one, I know it goes against a lot of what people want in the crypto service, but once a real bank does create their own one, it will probably work flawlessly or near flawless compared to like crypto.com.
You know, our show's gonna go fucking long, but whatever. Lee's not here. I don't care. So you've heard about Kraken?
Yes. Yeah.
Kraken, or was it someone? And they opened a 100% owned bank in Wyoming. Not portion of a bank, not shares of a bank.
Yeah.
They have opened a full-fledged, full-regulated crypto bank, and they're an exchange. So if they were to make that move, and no one really talked about that. I mean, seeing crypto.com, the growth to go from nothing to being in the top 10 in a year or 2 years, in less than 2 years, that's got to make those guys notice. I mean, they've been in the game for years and years. They've got probably billions of dollars. To move to the next level, that would be easy to do. And Kraken is not Binance. They're not. I mean, even if they're not as huge, but they're very close. They're a lot more trusted. I think all of the U.S. based exchanges are more trusted because they're, beaten by regulators all the time. Especially because most of them were in New York, where they're beaten by the state as well as, the federal level.
One thing I don't like about Kraken is I think it could just look better, the whole site. I think it could be more modern. I just don't think it. I think they could just work on the overall aesthetics of the site. That's not to the point of what you're saying.
But part of that is because they've been here from when shit was very, very complicated. So it's not like they're developing it or they're trying. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not broke, don't fix it. We have hundreds of millions of dollars of volume. Who cares? That's fine. It's good enough. And I think, but if they move into the banking sector, it will have to be streamlined. But I think they'll have a secondary market that links to them through their people's bank accounts or through that bank.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just something I'm thinking about now. It's kind of weird. I better hit the news real quick. Okay, let me share screen.
All right, I'll stop sharing mine 1 second.
And
there we go.
Oh, it's giving me tips. That's weird. Okay. Now I got to do this in steps. So I got to share the screen, then I got to do that. And there we go. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Bitcoin's price dips 3% on the OKEx news. Do you know what the news is?
They suspended. I think it's another thing about the American government coming down hard on them, and they have suspended withdrawals. Apparently, some people are saying indefinitely. So it's
no, that's not it. It is stupid and very, very scammy looking. Full disclosure: I don't trust OKEx. I don't really like OKEx because of stuff they have done on a business side that we really can't talk about, but I'll tell you why. And you remember Cryptopia?
Yes.
Yeah, it's looks like Cryptopia. Also, this is kind of like an evolving story that I've been watching, and I'm gonna. Jesus Christ! The Fed chairman is going to speak about digital currencies at the IMF. This is a big deal for crypto, for banking, for money, and for conspiracy people. But he's going to be, and it will be streamed live, so you can watch it. But it starts at 8 a.m. on Monday Eastern, which is 7 o'clock in the morning my time. It'd be easier for me to stay up and watch it than to try to wake up and watch it. But I'm going to try. And it's I'll put a link. I always say that and I forget, but I'll put a link to this so you can check it out if you want to. Now the OKEx, it was suspended because a private key holder is unavailable, so they don't have access to their funds because some fellow who might die of diarrhea in India has the private key, and they're not able to get access to him. Now, this is spinning that. They're like, we're just so secure with your funds that one guy disappearing means we don't have access to it.
So have they suspended Have they suspended trading on their site or anything? Or?
No, just withdrawals. Just withdrawals. So you can still put money in. That's fine. We're cool with that. You can put money. You can put money into the pyramid.
But you can never take it out of the pyramid.
But also, what that means is if one person were to die or go insane or anything, that all those funds would be locked and gone, right? If they can't get to all of your funds because one dude is missing, hey Angelita, hey Dennis, everybody. That Ray was going over all that stuff. I didn't get a chance to say hey, but that just that's it looks really shady, man. I think they're a shady exchange. I think they're a shady company. Just my opinion, and based on stuff that has happened.
I haven't used the site, but I'll agree with you on the fact that no place should ever be suspending withdrawals. So fuck them.
Well, I've had friends that have told me that they've lost millions of dollars just taken by OKEx. So it's I never really liked him. I wouldn't trust him. But this, like with if you don't know what happened with Cryptopia, the founder. Okay, let me. What happened was they stole the money, but and they're a Canadian exchange, so they were.
It's very out of character for the Canadians.
Yeah, they were regulated. It was probably from a
word with Nicky Maple.
That one part of Canada, where they're rambunctious. But anyway, so Crypto had been around for a long time. I had money on there just because they were like weird coins from 2018 that they weren't really in a wallet. So and the only place you could buy them was there. But anyway, so the founder supposedly had like ledgers with everyone's funds on them, and then just went to out of the blue went to India, where and he went to this province of India that is famous for being able to sell you very cheap death certificates. And then he died of diarrhea. He got diarrhea, died. They have a death certificate, and the body was cremated.
Is that really what I
swear to God, yeah.
Is that what the official story is?
Official story, yeah. It was like 180 million or something. It was a ridiculous amount of money, 500 million. That was just but he had the ledgers, and he died, and the ledgers are gone. They closed down the site. The authorities are investigating it, and there's been some development because obviously that didn't happen. I mean, it would be different, but he went to this place where you can buy a death certificate for $400. That's like a full-fledged government death certificate. It's like in those circles, if you want a death certificate, that's where you go.
I mean, maybe if he had a bad stomach starting off and he's not used to the food and I don't know.
No.
No, I don't think so either.
Let me take everyone's money to India, not to a tourist part, but this one part of India, and then oh man, I shit and died. So anyway, that's what happened with Cryptopia, and the whole questions are raised. Why would just one person have that much power over anyone's funds? Which looking at this with OKEx, that just I don't know, it stinks, man.
Just think to forget about that issue, but just think how much, like you said yourself, how much Bitcoin is actually just lost.
Yeah, and that's a good argument against that. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I think Bitcoin's failed 100%, just like most people that aren't blinded maximalists. You need to call maximalists racist or something, because they're all they're losing their shit. But so much of it has been lost and will be lost that as a peer-to-peer cash, it's not going to work. It's still too slow. It has become the greatest store of value ever. It is, better than gold, but I think it has evolved into that. I think Bitcoin will always be that. But I think as what the white paper was, or what Satoshi's vision or idea was, it's failed.
Yeah, but maybe Bitcoin itself has failed, but the fact that he didn't even, he's not coming to take credit. He created Bitcoin itself currently, yeah, it's not achieved what it set out to do, but still it created the whole crypto space.
Yeah, it's amazing, and I think it's become the greatest store of value there is. I think it is. I think call it the next evolution of gold, whatever you want it, but that it's the best store of value that there is. I don't know where we're going with that, but
don't know. But I think. Are you doing a giveaway?
Yeah. So are you?
No.
No, you're giving away Lee's money.
Oh, am I giving away Lee's money? Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
Okay, oh wait, he didn't say that, but that's what old Nicky Maple would always do. So.
All right. Okay. I'll give away Lee's money.
That's the thing. No, Dennis, you asked a really good question because that's what everybody wants. Is it Divi? Is it NIM? Is it XRP? But that's the real question, man. And that's going to be what
that's what Ethereum is trying to do with 2.0.
As I say, is it going to be Ethereum? I mean, Divi is looking, or could it be a combination of the two? Or will there be? I mean, there'll be choice. There's never been choice in money, like there used to be. You could be. I mean, you literally could have silver, gold, whatever. There were, money was money, and people are starting to see money as it really is, and it's not just currency. But as far as what gets picked, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. I think Divi have a. I think Divi I like everything I like about Divi, but I think Divi have a long. I think Divi have a long way to go till they're really that close to that. Like having their current main marketing strategy. Someone going around in a van like they've stolen their marketing ideas from Breaking Bad. I'm not.
What the hell?
It's I don't. If like their chief marketing officer, whatever it is, and it's like, yeah, let's get a minivan. Let's drive around America when people. I don't know. It wouldn't be the. It wouldn't be plan one on my world marketing strategy.
Well, I mean, they are doing things different than, say, the U.S. dollar would do it if it was marketing itself. They would just send a bunch of soldiers out, take the money.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. It's more of a grassroots. It's because that's the thing. You've got to educate people from the beginning. And Ben's a good guy to educate people from the beginning. It's fun. He's not threatening, unless you piss him off.
I just think the idea, come into my van, let's talk about Divi. It just sounds threatening.
Yeah, but it's not what they do. They have meetups with people. Jeez, man. But Nimiq is more. You probably like Nimiq better because I literally talk about Nimiq and say it's like the European Divi.
No, I do like Divi. I do like Nimiq as well. I think Nimiq has Nimiq has a lot of. I think Nimiq could do some really big things eventually, and I do really like Divi as well. I just think the whole van thing is funny.
When you put it the way you did, yes. Come into my van. Let me tell you about crypto. Got some crypto candy. Want some crypto kitties?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Go ahead. Give away 1,000 NIM, man.
All right. I'm gonna pick a number between 20 and 50. So big option.
Million.
Number between 20 and 50 for 1,000 of Lee's. What was it? NIM or Divi? I'm giving away.
NIM.
1,000 of Lee's NIM.
1,000 Divi is this weekend.
Oh yes, yeah, 1,000 Divi's a lot more. Yeah.
Nah. And then we away 10,000 NIM.
Are they
Oh,
where are they
wait a minute. This weekend is 2,000 Divi. And
where are people guessing these numbers? On the YouTube or in the chat?
On the chat over there.
Yeah. Okay. Keep
47,
guessing,
32.
people. It does take a little while for them to come in on the chat. So a number between 20 and 50. No one's got it yet.
Yeah, they're a little bit behind. The chat's a little behind because it lags. I think the chat is real time, and then the.
Oh no! Stop! Everyone, stop! It's already been got. A load of numbers just loaded in at once. So let me see who got it first.
Yeah.
Angelina Hopkins. It was 32. Was she first?
32. Yeah, she said 32.
Yeah. It's weird that like literally about 20 comments all just came in like snap.
Yeah. Angie has won Lee's money. All right. I am going to give away 1,000 NIM. It's going to go to number between 1 and 10. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, 8. Could be 9. Could be 10. All right. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 5, 8, 7, 9. Oh, Crypto DJ got it. 9. 9. I think Crypto DJ was the first one. Hold on. I think you are. Melvin had 10. It was close. So, yep, Crypto DJ. You got it. Okay. I got to send this here yours. Crypto DJ, hit me on Twitter or come to our Telegram. You should join our Telegram group, Kiss Trading, and come over and have some fun.
Angelina, to get Lee will send you his 1,000 NIM when he's finished dogging. He'll send you the 1,000 NIM.
When he's finished dogging, I guarantee he will not be happy with whatever that is. Whatever dogging is, he will say, "I'm not that son of a bitch." All right, Nasir, 0 is never a number. It is not a number. It is the absence of numbers, unless it is specifically called out. It's not a number. I sound like I don't like 0.
What about when 0 comes after a 1? Or multiple zeros come after a 1?
Well, it's not a 0, it's a 10. Yeah, it's like something is poisonous, but if you put it in something, it's a flavor or it's a ingredient.
It's hidden poison.
No, that means you're trying to.
This is going on for too long. I'm trying to make shit up.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.
See you guys later.
See you this weekend. Take care.
Bye bye.